Welcome, Tommy.
Thank you, Lewis. Thanks for having me.
It's an honor to have you
Thank
here
you.
in this podcast.
The honor is mine. It's nice to see where we work in your office and so on.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
Have you been here before?
No, never. Always outside.
Yeah,
The butcher is there.
Yeah, this was our office actually, and we have this project for teenagers,
Yeah.
which is about starting a podcast, a music studio, and then we struggle with finding a place for this, and then we just thought, why can't just we make our office in a podcast room?
Yeah, it's easy. It's you only need is
and we can just work here. Yeah,
it's easy. And it's when you have it set up, it doesn't really take that much space.
Yeah.
Like we have it in the garage, the one we have. It's on the upstairs, and like it's a small loft, and it's accessible, and you can use it as anything. To be honest, no, it's nice, yeah.
So it was
it's a good thing.
It was a genius solution to that challenge. And then we are here, and I borrowed this podcast to run my own podcast, which is Power and Purpose. I call it like that because what the podcast is intended to do is to share stories, discuss different topics, to help people to reach their best.
Yeah, I feel Haugesund is a good place for that. You have so many different characters, you have so many different stories, and it's a special town with a good vibe in it. So
I believe too.
So it's always going to find somebody to talk to.
Yeah. So that's why I started this, and I was hoping one day I could have you here as a guest, because for those that don't know, Tommy is and those that know, Tommy is a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu world champion, and has a lot of several accomplishments in his career as a professional athlete, and much other different coming on.
And everything is because of him. He brought this plague to this country. To this.
That's not to the country, man. He was
not the country, but to the city.
But to Haugesund, man. I
so it's a big thank you to you, and it was a start, and it's been a process ever since. And what's cool about it is that the ones that started, I still have contact with all of them. Most of them, we got really connected. Everybody that was there, so it was a really nice group in the start. And everybody, it gradually faded when people got away and so on. But the bond, because the first time you came, the question was because we trained in Hokos over the Rimi.
Yeah, Rimi. Yeah, I remember.
It was so fun.
Yeah,
because I just heard.
Yeah, how was it, Tommy? You remember? I think
it was great.
I think, but it was before that. You remember? I
was not there.
No, I came in 2011.
Yeah. And
we met in the cave in front of wasn't it?
No.
That was 2012.
No. It was the first time I met you.
Yeah.
Because you came when you trained in. I think you had an Udland in the church.
Yeah.
Because Bastian met you there the first time. Yeah. But I didn't know you came once before.
Okay.
Because the reason I heard of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu is obviously I did Sport Jiu-Jitsu before, and the plan was always to do MMA. But we didn't have anything to we didn't have MMA. We didn't have nothing here.
It was nothing.
And it was so I found that, and I got good in this. And the reason why I came over Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu is because I had a friend. You remember Odd Steffen? I remember one Stefan. Odd Steffen, his name is.
Odd Steffen. Yeah, I remember.
So
him. He's on Facebook.
Yeah. He was in my class in the I think it was I don't know. Anyways, when he came and he talked about there's Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. You heard about this? I said, yeah, I heard, but I didn't really respect it.
Yeah, really.
It's because I was good at this because we did punches and so on. But I didn't know. I knew Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu was Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, but I didn't really understand the differences.
Yeah.
But then he said, there's this guy there that he's training, and you should come test it. And that's why I came. I wanted to test you.
Yeah, really.
So I was.
Really, you want to challenge me?
I was the champ there in this shit. And then I got there, and I remember it was the first I got submitted so many times. but I was doing good with everybody else.
Yeah.
Because everybody else was new.
Yeah.
I had experience. I had the armbar,
Yeah.
and I didn't really know anything, any guards or anything.
Yeah,
like this.
I remember that. I remember that.
But I had close guard and armbar, so I could always find the armbar. And
You know,
but then I fought you,
Yeah.
and then you just destroyed me.
I remember I played with you, but just because you didn't know how was Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, about what was this about, you know.
Yeah.
But you had already this flexibility that immediately I thought, man, this is potential, you know. Because where I came from, you know, I had my training partner was very flexible. I told you about him, Billy.
Yeah.
It's a good body. You know, he was flexible, and the flexibility gave him the possibility to fight people even more advanced.
Yeah.
And when I met you, you know, when we trained together, and you were a kid, you were not that strong, you know. But you have you have already this collar thing.
Yeah, I remember because that was because I didn't know any guards. The the collar was just something I did because I could pull with it.
Yeah.
And I didn't know what I was pulling, but it was easy to get the armbar for some reason.
Yeah.
And but I remember because I was always, when I did sports jiu-jitsu is made out of 3 parts.
Yeah.
So it is standing when it's punching, and you have when you grab. It's no punching. Then you have to do judo. And when you go on the ground, you have about 15 seconds to work there. 15, 20 seconds. It depends on the activity. But I was always I was not so good in the punching part because, like, I was not so good. You needed, like, Anuki.
Well, to you that don't know who Anuki is a very important member of the team Wolfing here in Haugesund.
She's now too busy.
Yeah, she's just watching some bird out. But that's good.
So like. I was never good at the punching part because of karate, but I did the striking. Did that too, but and then I did judo, which I was okay because judo. I did the Tommy Langaker.
He was I remember. That was good. That was good.
Yeah, because this was a good toss, so I could switch them over and get the arm bars.
You were good already on that.
Yeah. So I had these two, and I was always best on the ground. I would always score my most points on the ground.
Yeah.
And like I would always, like, if I would fail, I would end up on the guard, like close guard and stuff. And I would like purposely do this.
Yeah.
And now I found like a sport that I could just play on my back.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, so I can win with this.
Yeah.
This is where I'm good. Here I'm exceptional in this.
Yeah.
And then it was like, I like this. Because the other thing was too tiring on conditioning. I had to do so much conditioning. I had good conditioning, but it was just, I'm very stiff.
Yeah.
In terms of athleticism, it can be a little bit like I'm heavy, like I step like boom, 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 like this, or like I go like this, and then it's not really. It takes more. You have to. I don't like to get tired like that.
Yeah.
And I enjoy it, but obviously it's more tiring because it's more explosive. But this part I could save my energy much more.
Yeah.
But the problem was always my hands.
Really?
Like I would gas out my hands.
Yeah.
Just hold like this.
To you that don't know, you know, I was Tommy first jiu-jitsu instructor. I moved to Norway in 2012.
Mm-hmm.
So I met Tommy, as Tommy is telling, and then I was his first instructor, you know. But
he was the first person to tell me I could be a world champion. It was the last day we were outside Rema. It was the last person and the first person to ever tell me this. I always said it myself, but people said I could be good, but that thing was like, shit, I can.
Yeah,
I can, and since it was such a small time, it meant even more because you could see the potential and the way you said it was very, very convincing. It was like I believe in it, and I believe that somebody else had not given me in that way, and that made me like, oh shit, I might be good. But then the group, you know, then when you left the first time, it was the big question, like, what do we do now?
Yeah.
Luckily, Hans-Erik was good, and like he would let us train.
Shout out to him, man. He's an amazing guy.
He's a big part of everything. Like everybody, with my success, my success is just me, but the reason behind it is everybody that was on the way because we stayed here and we got good together. I'm just the vessel that was able to do it. Yeah. And but everybody's played their part in it, you know. Yeah.
I was in a kind of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu high athlete or whatever, but
You were pretty good.
I had some tools, I realized those could work even better for you and your style
Your
to
style
fight.
was very like it was very good for me. It was very good.
My role in your journey was just to show you the foundation.
I remember when I started having trouble with Espen.
Yeah.
Because it was the De La Hiva and I didn't know what the fuck a De La Hiva was.
Yeah, I remember that. We tried. We tried to avoid the bolo because no one of us could understand what the hell was that. So I said to you, and this still applies: avoid De La Riva. Kill De La Riva, and then you will avoid it in bolo. It didn't work, man.
No, he didn't choke me.
Really?
No, he didn't choke me. He choked me.
In Denmark.
In Denmark, he choked me. Yeah, that was the last fight we had.
Yeah.
But I had because we didn't know what the fuck he was doing for a long time.
Yeah,
Because in the first time I fought him, I was about to beat him, but that was just like both of us didn't know what we were doing.
Okay.
And he pulled half guard because he was with Jose. He was playing deep half, but he's a nerd. He would study,
Yeah.
and he had my house he would really study. I didn't study that much,
Amazing,
not at all basically, but I was just going to training and I think for me it was the reason because I did not like losing, and especially to Espen for some reason, and that, and luckily Espen he was not just beating me, he was doing it in a technical way, and since he did it in a technical way, that made me have to. Or us have to try to advance. Anuki. Legacy. Yeah. So it was, I think it benefit everybody because you had to put more effort into more advanced positions because we had to follow and we didn't know shit. But it was a big part of it. But it was a fun journey. Absolutely, it was a really fun one.
Amazing, man. At some point I couldn't follow, and I was realistic on my expectation of what could I really do for contribute to your journey. And that's why I told you once, man, travel to Brazil, keep learning. That was good. And that then you should go to the Mendes brothers, and you did that with Espen. That was.
I didn't know who the fuck the Mendes brothers was. I was so confused when we got there. I thought we were going to Autos. I got on the radio at Radio Högala.
Yeah.
And I was there. I'm going to Autos.
Okay.
I didn't read. I this. And then we turns out we land and we get to some place called Costa Mesa, and then Espen was the guy in charge, and he was the one that said he was going to get us a place to stay. He is first I didn't know where I was. We come to a gym that I didn't know existed, and then he tells me, we don't have a place to stay. We just have to stay in a hotel, and then we have to talk to somebody, ask if somebody has a place to stay.
Yeah.
It was perfect.
That's amazing,
it
man.
was
Those are amazing stories,
that
are very important because they are contribute to build the person you are today.
Absolutely, the style they had was very fitting to me because it was collar and sleeve. It was crazy dog passing. It was the crab rides. It was a very very beautiful, and also it was good sparring. At that time, it was very good sparring because the coaches, so they targeted me and Espen for 2 weeks.
Really?
Because when I first came, me and Espen, we came in and everybody, for some reason, I think everybody just noticed we were gonna have to take them.
Yeah.
So Guy put me against Rick Slomba. Rick Slomba was apparently, Espen had, as we walked in, Espen's like, that's Rick Slomba. He just won Worlds at Purple. He had beaten Edwin Najmi, and Edwin Najmi beat Merigali that year at the Flying Triangle.
Okay, really? Wow.
Yeah, that was a good year. And then Guy puts me against him the first round. We did our warm-ups and so lined up, and then we got put me with him, and then he put Espen with Danny. Danny was middleweight.
Danny Stolfi.
Danny Stolfi,
yeah. He's a good friend of yours.
Yeah, he's a good friend of mine. I lived with him and Rick as well.
Yeah.
And then the first the first round, Anuki, på väg därför och lägga sig. Lägga sig. The first round, I submitted him twice in a reverse triangle, and he got so pissed. He got fucking furious.
This is something This is something I always wondered, Tommy. You know, I remember you tried to Brazil and you came back much tougher, more technical, because what I thought you was almost the same kind of game they did in Sao Paulo, you know?
Yeah.
But you came back tougher. You know,
it was
harder to beat.
It was sparring. It was just like most of the time I was just drinking and sparring when I was there.
Yeah.
Like the guys just took me out drinking. And it was girls, like I had my ugly hair and like I got to experience girls like gringo. And I like learned some phrases here and there, and then
you grew up too fast there.
Like, yeah, it was beautiful, man. Like I had a great time.
Yeah, Brazil is a fantastic place with beautiful people.
They used me for sex, but very bad sex.
But go. And we never talked about that, man. I think I avoid that. That's a part of the conversation. But you know, and then you traveled to the USA.
Yeah, that was in 2014 the first time.
Yeah,
by myself.
Yeah, and then how did you did you were surprised by yourself or start beating other people that trains with bigger academies?
So when we went to 2014, the Worlds, I don't really, because I did the Euros.
Yeah.
And that Euros I did, that Euros I didn't compete, you remember? Because I didn't hear my name.
What the
heck? Yeah. That was my first Europeans. And then I got there and like, because they had their runner-ups, like they would run and they would read the names. There was no board, there was nothing. Like I was like standing there and like
you just unlock
I had my headset on, I was warming up, and I was warming up forever, and then like, shouldn't they start now? And then I go in there and I see Vega was in my division. It's like, you already fought? He was lower. I just fought. Oh, it's my second fight. And I run, and then they called my name like 4, 5, 6 times, I don't know, and they disqualified me. Yeah. But anyways, then I was pretty certain, like confident, like being arrogant is not arrogant, but like I have a strong belief in myself.
Yeah.
But I think it's like I always knew this will take time. I think this is one of my biggest strengths. Is like I've always been realistic. I know what the situation is and what the circumstances are, what I have, but it will not affect my confidence in my ability to fight. So like I will go in there with a lot of belief in myself, a lot of belief, and like kind of that. I think that was the part that was overwhelming the people, because and that was like my biggest strength basically. But then when I took third in the Worlds, I was like, oh shit, yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
I was there with
such a good feeling.
Yeah, I was there with the guys. I was there with Tata, and I was there with
Tata. Yeah.
Yeah, I was with these guys. It was fun.
Amazing. That's amazing stories, man. But I didn't mean the competition. I mean the first time you went to AOJ.
Oh yeah.
Like did you were you surprised about yourself?
The thing is, I don't know. I have had no experience with. This is why we went, because Anuki, leg. Sit.
Link Anuki.
So me and Espen, we had no aspect of what is the reality here. Where like we knew we were winning everything in Norway, and like in our head we must be good. So how much big of a difference is it in the world? But we had no idea. We absolutely had no clue, and I think that's the reason we did get to we did well, because we actually didn't like we didn't have the social media part where like you see all these people and like you see like how good and how well people train, all these facilities. That didn't affect us because there was nothing out there, and there was nobody posting like constantly telling people how good they are, and people like talking up everybody. We didn't know. We hadn't there was no build up in our heads. So when we got there, it was like I personally had no clue who Rick was. Espen told me. I didn't know who the Mendes brothers was. I didn't know, like, maybe I heard the name, but I had no idea how they looked. I didn't know their game. I didn't know how many times. I had no idea. I didn't know who anybody was. And I got there, and then it was, when they put me there, and was like, for me, it was, this was the first time I do a reverse triangle, like, that I know of, that I remember. But I think I've done it before, because I have had to, since I did it, because I didn't think a lot of what I was doing until I actually remembered it was good. That's the reason I remember it. That day, like, oh shit. And then I noticed a change in the environment here, because all of a sudden everybody was targeting us.
Oh my
God. In
In
this gym, everybody was targeting us.
That's psychologically
because
sick,
I understand it's like it's coming into
heavy.
It's coming into a new group. Right? And these are the ones that moved here for these guys. They're proving something. Now 2 fucking hillbillies from Norway where they didn't know anything. And now they're beating us.
Yeah.
And for me, the biggest validation of this is that they actually cared enough to actually try to break us, because they wanted to break us, but we didn't break. And that's when we got the respect for it. And then, like, for me, it was a given, like I'm tough, I'm very tough, but you won't break me.
It works like that, right?
Yeah. And then we got the respect. And if I could get respect there, it was like, oh shit, I might be good. I actually might be good.
Yeah, it's you know, there are different levels of reaffirmation of your self-confidence, you know, and so because you reach new levels, and you have to confront and kind of overcome these different challenges to I'm really good at this.
Yeah, it's
very scary, man. It requires something.
It was weird because, like, it's not that I was saying to myself like, oh, I'm good now, because if I was to think that, I think that would be the downfall. But it was like a confident, like, I got more, like, now I knew, like, it's very hard because I never been so conscious when it come to what I was doing. It was just me doing it because I really liked it and I really wanted to be good. But there was like, and I knew, like, I wanted to be the best in the world, but I knew it would take time and it would make me, but it was always a given for me to just do it. And getting to that point, and it was just, it's hard to explain. It is not that I would say to myself.
I know what you, man, you know, it's very interesting what you say, because I'm pretty sure hundreds of young athletes go through pretty much a process like this, and they don't even understand what are they going through, you know. And so just to listen to what you are talking about, like, you know, you are showing something more than the professional athlete, the world champion, but you're showing something that is much more important, which is the human side of the accomplished athlete.
It's hard for me because because I didn't win anything before. My first gold was Las Vegas 2015.
Yeah,
IBJJF. That was my first gold. That was 2015 purple belt. Yeah, that was my first goal. So it took me years before that. Before all that, in sports jiu-jitsu even, like, I wouldn't win a lot. I would just do it.
Yeah.
But I never asked myself the question, is it worth it? Or should I quit? Should I do? That was never, even how many times I cried outside or going in home.
It
go
was
home.
never a thought.
It was not even like it not even got put into consideration of being a thought. It
Yeah.
was just pain, losing.
Yeah.
It was just, I did not believe in myself. I did not question myself or anything. It was just pain because it would just like, I didn't make it either this time. It was not, I didn't get it this time either, but I will get it.
At that point and age, did you ever feel lonely?
That part with me is like something that I kind of suppressed, I guess, for a long time.
Okay.
Yeah, it is.
You were hyper focused on your goals.
So what hit me now is the reality of what I did.
Yeah.
How I had it, and when I reached my goal, it got like everything at once, and that's when like the curtains came up, and then I saw what I've kind of pushed to the side in order to get to this point, which was I saw how focused I've been, and how there's been nothing, like I've been blinded by something like completely.
Yeah.
Completely. It just took over me, and the day it happened, I was happy. When I reached it, I was happy for about a minute, and then I got into like, and it just like
Numb.
for some like just something, just like a fire just went out, and then it was like, what the fuck, like, and I had to like kind of fake being happy, because I know maybe maybe it's too much, whatever it is, I don't know. And then it's like I could not tell myself, like, it wouldn't be like, it was very hard. It was very, very hard.
That's very honest, Tommy, and sounds very heavy. And that made me think about something, you know. It sounds like at some point this of being a competitor, professional competitor, become an identity, and can kind of somehow stop being just the thing you do and you love to do.
Yeah.
Is there a point you think at which point this changed to be an identity more?
It's always been me. It's always been me. This is the thing. Is very hard for people to understand. This is how I am, and I accept it myself now. It is, but it's very hard.
What about if you for example how can I formulate this? When you think back when we first trained together, right? Who were you back then before expectations and pressure and all this?
I was the same. Yeah, I came there to beat you.
Yeah.
That's what I did.
I remember that.
I came there to beat you. I did not. I fight. I in my thought process, everything is war. Everything is fight. Everything is. I always go like very extreme on things, and I have a very aggressive attitude when it comes to this. And for me, it's a very
commitment, real commitment.
It is aggression. It is aggression because it is how I express myself. It's the way I am, and it is a very painful thing, because there is obviously something behind this.
Yeah.
Why is this? Why do you have to view everything like this? Because like my life has been, it's been a ride. I come from a good home, but like I have my things like everybody, and like I've been digging a lot, and then like I found out a lot of things about myself and my circumstances. Yeah, and it what built me. What is my gift is also my curse. Yeah, and it makes it very heavy for me to live everyday life, because this how rooted this is into me. It is not just my identity, it's my soul. It feels like.
But let me tell you something, Tommy. Maybe you don't realize now, because you have so many things to think about and you are busy. It is busy. But what you said was your curse, and was your what else?
No, this is my gift, it's also my curse.
But that's not a complete thing, because
no.
But what was your gift?
Yeah,
and then it's also your curse. But it will become a bless to the new generations you
Absolutely.
are training.
I
man.
know.
That's
I know this is the thing. It's like that's why it's a blessing, but for me it can be a curse because I have to deal with it. I am
Yeah.
the one having to deal with it,
yeah,
and dealing with this is very hard to be in a social setting,
yeah,
in a how can I say, in a society, basically living life in this type,
yeah,
because I live like the way I've lived is like I don't really care.
yeah,
I don't care about money. I don't care about anything. I don't care about basically nothing.
yeah,
And but these are in order to live a life.
yeah.
You have to have these things.
You have to.
And
Yeah,
I understand now, like this is something I have to learn because I never learned it. I
Yeah.
never learned it, and this is obviously something you can learn, but it is something that takes time,
Mm.
and it is a rough thing to learn because how I'm made. I'm very hard to learn things too, when it comes to me having to accept something that is a very like it's a little bit difficult.
But
For some reason it is, but it like I'll get it, and I'm working on everything.
yeah,
But it takes time, and
Yes.
having acceptance for it, I believe, is one of the biggest fundamental part of actually going.
yeah,
If not, you cannot accept it, and then you're basically fucked.
yeah.
Yeah.
But you are not alone, right?
Yeah.
You know,
I know.
we-
I have people. I'm
You-
open.
we are there, you know.
Yeah. It's like it is just a feeling.
Yeah,
It is just like but you have to understand like how strong this feeling is.
yes,
It is very hard. It is not that I know I'm lonely. It's that how I feel, because I feel like how I am is a very different, different thing, because how I am is very different from other people's perspective, because you guys see me, you can talk to me and so on, but it's hard to tell somebody how they are feeling without actually feeling it. To be supportive and so on is very good, and I have a lot of support, and
yeah,
I'm very thankful for it. But it's a lot of being me. It's a lot of damaging also to others.
Yeah.
So I also have a big conscience.
yeah,
I feel I really feel guilt very fast, and like being so extreme in many ways, it can also be one of the parts. But I'm very happy that I have. But being open, telling my problems to the world, like with my addiction and so on, with my depression, and so it is very important for me to show people that I can be vulnerable, because first off, it's very good for me to show, and also I see how I've gotten so many messages from people that are struggling with the same,
yeah.
and
That's
I've noticed.
That's beautiful, man.
Yeah, that's
Yes.
that, and I took that to, like when I first started posting like more like personal stuff, I started getting these messages,
Yeah.
and I saw the effect I got from other people,
Yeah,
and then I understood like, oh shit, yeah, it's a big problem between, especially for men and
Please.
athletes,
yes,
and it's a very. Then I understood, okay, I can take it. I don't give a shit
Yeah.
if somebody has a.
yeah,
If you can, I don't care about
Yeah.
these opinions and so on. I do me, and if it can help others, then it's good. Then at least I can do something good with this, rather than just, how can I say, because a lot of people might feel that they are like complaining or whining or so, because it's my feelings, blah 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 blah. But fuck it, like I have feelings too. This is me. I choose to post this. It's my opinion.
Yeah.
If you don't like it, you don't have to like, or you follow, or whatever.
Yeah.
But I share something that is very real, and that I believe is very rare these days.
Yes, yes, it is, and I have to say it's very brave from your side to be open about what you are going through,
Mm.
because it's very important to talk about it,
Mm.
and I think it shows your inner strength. Something I saw since you were young.
Mm.
You named now that you were always like this, and there was one specific situation that showed me evidence of that. And it was one day I was working on some job I had at the time, and then you called me from Finland, and you called me crying, And I got, and I was so freaking sad because I couldn't be there with you, you know.
Okay.
And I hate to not be in there with you in the corner or whatever.
It was the Finnish Open, I think.
Yeah, and then you lost the final, and then you were crying, and you were crying, but you were crying with this kind of anger, you know.
Yeah.
And then you know, and that hurts, you know. I stopped doing what I was doing just to. But at the same time, I wasn't worried because I know this was just fuel to going forward.
Yeah.
You know,
emotions is my biggest outlet.
Yeah.
I have a lot of emotions. I feel everything very intense, and I like it gives me a lot of fuel.
Yeah.
I cry easy. I've always cried easy, and like I feel things. I get very happy when I get happy, but I get very angry when I get very angry. But it is like everything is manageable, but I have to let some emotions out.
Yeah.
If I keep them in, it's not good. That's when it boils up and it explodes. So I've learned over time to like where it is acceptable to put out these things for myself and not for others, because that I don't care for. It's like if I have something that is really triggering these things, I can let out a little bit before it like, if not, I learn how to just put it in, and then it kind of becomes like a puzzle you don't really know, and then it explodes.
Tommy, after reaching the top, life brought challenges from different directions. How did that period change the way you see yourself? If it did it, you know?
It made me more. It made me kind of. It's very how I see myself is. It is an ongoing process because it changes all the time. Right now, it's like because it's always something new, and like, well, the first thing was maybe like I am not what I thought I was.
Okay.
Like, because I had to start questioning myself, and I've never done it. And like when I start questioning myself, I go to the extreme and I punish myself a lot. And that kind of, I think it affected others, because then it was people were like not seeing what I brought to the table anymore, and it would affect people a little bit. Like, not for them, I'm not blaming anybody, but it would affect somebody because the character I am would kind of give people a little bit more, maybe motivation. I would always be something like they could kind of lean on a little bit, but when I couldn't have that anymore, it was a little bit heavy for people to see it.
Yeah.
And because it's easy for me to be seen, and that's how it is. But it changes. Now I'm very, like, it goes in periods. Like, I was very proud. I learned, now I finally put out my medals and so on. I'd never done it before.
Yeah.
I put up some paintings, and I put up
That's amazing. I like
wallpapers back home. So like, this is the first time in my life I've actually put everything up, because I need to be proud of what I've done, because I've done a lot.
Yeah.
I'm the one in Norway that's done the most. And like,
I'm proud.
And I need to be proud of what I've done, because not because what I've done, but also what it has given other people.
Yeah.
And it given a lot to other people that
That's
can
good.
give hope to stay here and so on. Now we have a lot of now we see a new generation coming up, but the strongest now is still me, Espen, and Tarek, and like it's still going on. Like Tarek, he just won, and he's on a good roll now.
That was amazing. I'm so happy, man.
I cried. Fucking
Yeah,
hell,
I saw
I
it.
was so happy for him.
I was happy for him, and I was happy for you.
Yeah,
That's
was a good one. It was
cool.
A good one. It was really cool.
That was
really nice.
That was a really. That was something I wish and I expect. You know, justice from destiny, something like that.
Tarek he just needed some. He just needed some time. He just needed some time. That's it. And then like, I'm so happy that I could be there and be in his corner and be a part of his success.
Yeah.
Like and to be there in the Worlds as well. It was beautiful. Like, it was nice. And then now he's going for Europeans, and it's gonna be good.
I can't wait to see.
I really hope he if he wins Euros as well, and then he goes on to win trials.
He haven't won Euros in the black belt, right?
No.
Oh man, I cross my fingers, man.
Yeah, he's gonna win.
Do you think there is people is what is this people something people don't understand about struggling when you are successful.
Um, People are questioning themselves and looking to others. I think that's the thing. I never look to others. It is like I respect others and I see them, but I don't look. I don't never compare myself to others.
Yeah.
I've never done it because I don't other men I don't compare myself to.
Yeah.
Because I don't fear them, and if I was to fear somebody, I had to make them above me,
Yeah.
kinda. And I don't do this. This is also like it is a good thing, but it's also very hard to explain because it's not because I really respect the other person. I always have a good. There's only one person I don't like, but in I have a few, but but one in specific, one specific
also
one.
many.
But the people like Thailand, for instance, like I have a good relationship with him when I meet him. Like I'm very happy when he won. I was sad
This is
like and like, but I still don't believe he's better than me.
yeah.
And like obviously he's won more than me, but I believe I can take him, and everybody else I believe I can take. It is just about timing, and then it's about, and they know this. This is also, I guess, why they respect it, because I have this belief. They know I'm a really good competitor, and they have to respect it, because if they don't respect it, that's when I take you. And so I think my arrogance is kind of the biggest strength, kind of.
Yeah.
And like, and also I don't really care about have a my view on financial stuff and so on didn't really bother me.
Yeah.
So like I kind of guess that kind of helped a little bit too.
You know what we used to say in my country? Some close person to me, politicians that do good. Actually, they said, "Do good, and God will provide."
Yeah.
You know, so I know you have to do good in the fights, and then God will provide you. No, but listen, you know what? You remember the final against Thailand?
Yeah, which one?
You know, the final, the World Championship.
I was the semifinals.
It's semifinals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
finals was in the Europeans.
Yeah, that's true. And then what? Then was the Europeans. That one. That was first, right?
No, Worlds was the first.
Yeah, then was a Worlds. We were watching something with the family.
Yeah.
And I said no. And I changed that, you know, and then everybody was watching me. Now it's final, and Matteo got so engaged on it. And when you lost, I just left the room. You know, I was close.
I was so close to take
I was
it
so
back.
sad.
It was perfect. It was perfect.
I remember.
But I got excited.
I remember.
I
man.
got too excited that I went for the choke. Fucking.
That was a beautiful fight.
Yeah, it was.
That was a beautiful
It was a
fight.
good fight. And then the second one was good, but.
I said, why the fuck you don't got the both sleeves? And he called both sleeves. Shit, man, that was a beautiful fight. Tommy, you people respect you, man. People respect you. The people around the world. Or your I see the Instagram. A lot of your former rivals on you know, they send you very beautiful messages, you know, and that really moved me, you know. Because it says a lot of what Jiu-Jitsu community is all about, isn't it?
Yeah. It's all about, and there's a special bond with competitors too. It's a very special bond when it comes to it. It's because, like, it's honesty, and you understand.
You can't lie in Jiu-Jitsu.
No, you cannot. You do it, and because you have to respect it. The guys I have is like, I understood how much they respect me, and how much I respect them, and then it kind of goes both ways.
Yeah.
And like from here, it kind of goes both ways. And like now, as we've grown up a little bit, and then it's easier for me to kind of see. I was much more aggressive when I was young and too much in my own zone. Now I'm kind of like a little bit more relaxed, but more anxious, obviously.
You grow up.
I grow up too.
Yeah.
But it takes time. But it is a beautiful thing. It really is. It makes me kind of understand what I have and so on, and what's my position and so. but the reality of like everything happening, and then like the reality of Tommy the competitor comes to an end one day. But that is kind of something I deal with too. But it is something I have to prepare for.
Yeah.
You know, that's what I'm preparing for, because like my body cannot handle too much.
Yeah.
And like the injuries and so on is coming to an, and like how much it takes for me to
That's
compete.
true.
Because for me it takes a lot mentally to compete,
You
just
know.
with the camp and so on, for me and also to be a coach
Yeah. Yeah.
nowadays.
I
I
was.
have to be there.
I was
cannot be
thinking
there for
about that.
myself.
But you are doing an amazing job as a coach. I told you, and I
trying.
told you yesterday, but you're doing something maybe you don't realize yourself.
No, I'm
Because
trying. Just trying.
why? Because these years you reach your highest level of in jiu-jitsu.
Mm.
You really give a very very big weight
Mm.
on your body. You know what I mean?
Mm.
Like, and you has used all your lifespan in your body training so hard with Espen and Vega and that people, you know, in Herrier. You really kill yourself on those trainings, you know. It was very special, but at the same time, you did it by just yourself, you know. You didn't have a rational guidance that took care of your body and your mental health.
No.
Isn't it? So what you do, what I see today is you are following your students, using your experience, you know, to make a better outcome of it.
Yeah.
And that's like, amazing, man.
That's the next step, is like, because I still need to be in competition.
Yeah.
Like the problem with me is like I have to view everything as a competition. So now it's like how I view coaching is like that's a way for me to compete too.
Yes.
Because then I can use my student to get better. Like the team gets better, I get better at coaching. The team gets better, we perform better, we can win these things and so on.
Yeah.
And it also like helped to guide them with the things I was struggling with.
Yeah, that's beautiful. Man, that's beautiful, and I wish and I hope you try. You really see that it's kind of a very special use to what you have been struggling with. You know, you turn this to something positive.
Yeah.
And that's amazing, man. I hope somebody else, at least I can see that, and that's why
thank you.
That's why I came to you yesterday, and I said to you, man, you are an amazing coach.
Thank you.
And the thing, as you said, is that as they evolve and they reach their highest level, they will be also good, you know, on their hearts.
These guys are good. They're very, very. Here in Haugesund, we attract.
You built something.
We built something that attracts like very like-minded people, and like these kids I have, or now they're men, but like they understand, but also me being open, saying like this is something we try, and so they understand that I'm trying, because it's not perfect, it's far from perfect, and like I'm really really trying, but at the same time I'm struggling myself, so it's very important to me, like I need to be rational and like understand what I'm standing with, and then be honest with it, because it is really heavy to be a competitor, because I'm not ready to give up competition. I won't do it. I have so much more, I feel, and but still I want to make this make those two work together, and I believe I can. I really believe that, but it just needs me to really understand how I can find it to work. I need to find a system how it works.
Do you think in yours affect not just your bodies, right, but also the sense of purpose?
Yeah. It gives me purpose, but it is. I need to find a way how to view it, so it kind of triggers me. Because it needs, like I said, like the way I view things, I kind of view it a little bit extreme, and I have to view it a little bit aggressive, and I need to find a way to do it. And I noticed when I was coaching Tarek, it's like how that made me feel is one of the things that really, it was really, really nice. And like with Marston 1 and so on, the guys are doing, I just need to find a way, like I need to understand how can I connect with everybody, and sort of find a way to communicate. And it's how I do it, I don't know yet, but it will come.
How do you define strength today compared to when winning was the main goal?
What?
How do you define strength? Like strength?
Strength?
Strength.
Yeah.
To where you start and winning was just the main goal. You know, there were not other things to worry, to care about. Just winning. Yeah.
How I define it?
Yeah. Today.
Uh,
Kind of like, for example, you know,
I don't
a
know.
balance between.
There is no balance.
Okay.
It has to be full pedal.
How so?
You cannot be pressing the gas and the brake at the same time.
Okay.
You know?
That's interesting. That's a very interesting answer, Tommy.
The only time you take it off the the gas is when you press the clutch.
You can just slow
gears.
down a little bit.
No.
You can.
You go. The only time you do this is when you drive a manual. You have the clutch. You go. You press this in, and then because you can only press that once.
Okay.
You know, and it's competitor. It is only one way. You have to do one way. You cannot have. It is very hard to do, especially now. Coming from here, it is hard because here you don't have the facilities.
100%. Yeah.
In the States, it's a different thing, but here it is very different. If you do football, like if you do any Olympic sport, maybe where you have like a system around you, you can do because then they have everything.
We are alone. We are alone here,
and that's what we're trying to develop, you know. But it takes time. But right now, it is like you have to be. You can obviously have a work and so on, but that cannot be taking head focus from you. Because if it does this, you cannot perform because it takes so much mental. The mental part is one of the heaviest, especially for athletes, because you have to be able to deal with heavy trainings. You have to be dealing with like bad positions. You have to solve problems constantly. This is the thing that a lot of people don't really understand. It's like how it affects your mind, because you feel when you have a bad training, how does it affect you? And sometimes it affects you really bad. Sometimes it doesn't, but it still affects your mind, and that's like your body can. You train your body very well, but if you're not aware of how this works, how you need energy for this to work.
This is very important.
Yeah.
This is what you say right now. It's very important. And what misconceptions do people have about mental health in combat sports?
That exactly what I just said.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Is like they or maybe like they don't understand how much it actually takes mentally to do this. So a lot of people don't really understand how much you need to respect your mentality, because it requires a lot. I didn't respect it, but I just did it, and then when it was overload, then it was just an overload, and it was just crashed. And then like when I opened up some doors in my mind, and then it was just too much, because I put it to the side, and then it was just too much. Many doors opened. It was too. Yeah.
Tommy, how important is it to have people around you?
Oh, it's very important.
Who don't see you as a champion, but as a person?
Yeah, that's important. That's very important. But you cannot be like
separate.
You cannot like. This is the thing. It has to like. This is how I view it.
Yeah.
Because that's the only way I've experienced it. I don't have time to analyze these people around me. And this is the thing that has hurt me too. It is like if they are your friends, they are your friends. You cannot be questioning people constantly, because that also will take you time, because it is a very intimate sport. It's a very demanding sport. And if you constantly are questioning everybody around you, and like having like, if they are respecting me or like these things, like you don't have time to analyze these things.
Yeah.
So you just have to go with like, this person is nice to me, then he has to like, and he spends more time with me. Okay, then it's nice. But then like when you have time, that's why a lot of people like when you have time, it kind of goes into overload. Yeah.
We already talked a little bit about this, but from your experience, what should coaches understand about protecting the person behind the athlete?
One more time.
I said, what should coaches understand about protecting the person behind the athlete? You know, which considerations should
They
coaches?
need to understand all these things of what it demands physically, mentally, socially, and economically.
Yeah,
These things they need to understand.
yeah,
And understand what is an extreme and what is not. You need to calculate what the athlete is saying and what is actually meaning. If it's a competitor, they lie to protect themselves.
yeah,
So you, as a coach, you need to see through this. You need to see through these things and question it in a very specific way. Because people that compete, they don't like to be weak. They don't like to show these things.
yeah, yeah.
So it's in understanding these things and to kind of build up a foundation of trust where like they're not gonna be exploding at you like just using you as a like a dump for emotions,
Yeah.
but actually having them to actually question themselves and like be honest and like make them comfortable when it's time,
Yeah.
and so on, because everything doesn't need to be said.
Oh. We're getting close to the end. So, if someone listening is going through a dark or confusing period,
Mm-hmm.
you know, what would you want them to hear? Like, especially especially young athletes, you know, like.
For athletes, I can say, but for everybody else, I cannot say. But it is like, I really don't want to say anything, to be honest, because it's very
personal.
It is very personal. It needs to be the person that is. But if I were to put it like
general,
it would be like, if you believe you can, try at your hardest, because the only person that knows is you. Everybody else is just supporting.
Yeah.
If you truly believe, you try until it doesn't go. If it doesn't go, at least you know you did your best, and then it's okay to leave.
This can somehow bring me to the next question. What is one small step that help you or is helping you today to move forward when motivation is in the lowest?
Well, I don't have anything right now. I go back and forth a lot.
Discipline can be?
Discipline is one thing, but building discipline takes a lot of time.
Yeah.
These days, it's very hard.
Yeah.
It's like a yo-yo. It's like a ball that comes up and down. It's very hard. It's like accepting that it goes back up and forth. I guess it's acceptance of the situation is the word. It's the most painful, but it's also the most realistic one. And like, even though you're accepting things, you don't have to make it an excuse for you to do things.
I appreciate your honesty, Tommy.
Thank you.
This is the most important and beautiful message to our listeners. In this sense, what gives you hope right now, even if things aren't perfect?
The guys down at the gym.
Yeah. They are beautiful, man.
I see just.
You see me sometimes sitting and watching the trainings.
Yeah.
It's because I feel that vibe,
Yeah.
I get inspired. And when I come there, it's because I get inspired because of them and you. You inspire me, man.
Well, thank you. Is now. It's like hope is like I lost a lot of hope. I did. I've still lost a lot of hope.
Yeah.
But it is, you have to kind of latch on to the small things.
Yeah.
And I see. Now I'm latching onto the competitor again, but I'm using other people as it. So this gives me hope.
Yeah.
And every day it gives me a little bit more, then it goes back again, and it gives me more, and then it goes back again. But it is a challenge. Except that it's supposed to be a challenge. Why shouldn't it be? Because when it's this heavy, it's not going to be fixed in a day. It's not going to be fixed in a week. It's going to be fixed in a year, maybe 2.
Yeah.
Maybe even a half year. But it still takes a lot of time.
Takes time.
It's taken me 2 years now to realize, and this year has been the worst.
Really, yeah. I think I understand it's
Mm.
very heavy for you, Tommy.
Mm.
And
Yeah.
and I appreciate one more time you open
No problem.
open.
I appreciate it.
Um, I know you. I know you as a teenager, as a rising athlete,
Mm.
as a world champion, and now as a man facing life honestly. So, I am proud of you, not for what you want,
Mm.
but because you are still here,
Thank you.
still fighting,
Well,
and still growing.
thank
Because I know, this fight you are having right now,
Mm.
these days, this month, these years,
you.
is like being on the mat,
Mm.
and I'm there in the publicum or
Mm.
on the TV as cheering with you for you,
Yeah.
and this process just will make you grow as a
I hope so.
whole new person, and I
feels
can't
like
wait
it.
to see that
Me neither.
that
It's gonna be
man.
fun. I'm looking forward to when this all shit goes away.
What does become a champion in life means for you?
I don't know.
You
don't
will
know.
you will find out.
I will find out.
Yeah,
I will.
I mean,
But I don't know. I'm no champion yet in it. I need to overcome this shit first. Yeah, it takes time.
yeah, you are for me a champion of life, my friend.
That is
To me.
for others I might be, and I really appreciate people looking to me this way. But it's for me to find out.
You are a fighter, man.
Yeah,
You have always have been.
I don't give up.
No, and
I
this
don't.
is why I think you are a real champion. Because not because you win,
No,
but because you never give up.
yeah, and that's my biggest strength.
Thank you a lot, Tommy.
Thank you
for
having
being
me,
here
Lewis.
today,
It's
man.
nice.
I think this was
It was a nice talk.
the most beautiful talk I have in this podcast, and I hope this if this conversation resonated with you, listen, know this: strength isn't about never falling. It's about not giving up on yourself.
Yep.
Talk to someone, ask for help, keep moving forward, even slowly. Even though Tommy said don't slow down, but keep fighting us, Tommy. Tommy is not just somebody I admire, and
it's okay to have it bad. It's okay.
It's my
Everybody
friend.
has it. Everybody
You
has
are
it
my
bad.
friend, Tommy.
Yeah.
You're my friend,
Yeah, you too.
and you can count with me whenever you need me.
Yeah,
Okay,
you too.
I told you 1,000 times.
Yeah.
Thank you everybody for listening. Thank you, Tommy,
Thank you,
for being
Lewis.
here, man.
Var det?
This was very nice, Tommy, man.
It was nice.